Awesome. Awesome. Well, good to connect here, Keith. Super excited to hear about your story. I know we've been connected for a while, and recently with, the current market, you've been just really, just killing it with HELOC. So I kind of wanted to just connect with you here today. And obviously you've had a lot of experience and success in the past, but right now with current market is, really excited to talk to you a little bit more about that. For those of you who don't know, why don't you just give a little background or some context, like where you're at, how long you've been in the business, that type of stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been in sales my whole life, and I got into mortgages about 3 years ago, and almost immediately got set up with your company. And it was a dream from the beginning, as far as building a funnel, making sure that I'm constantly contacting all of my clients, staying on top of that. So I got into the business right when really the getting was good. Best time of the market we've seen basically ever. And then once 2022 rolled around, those things started to slow down. We got into some investment style lending, and then that kind of teared off too. And I was introduced to wholesale HELOCs.
Mhm.
And I immediately went to your team, asked if we can build a funnel to to kind of work through this HELOC. It's a little bit different than taking a mortgage application. So we did, and absolutely crushing it over the past 2 months. And really it's your system that your team helped me build has been a huge part of this, because it essentially makes me an order taker. I take all the information in from the customer. I'm 1 or 2 clicks away from getting an application sent into the lender, and then the deal closes. So it's been fantastic working with you guys.
That's awesome. What kind of volume are you seeing right now with that?
Yeah, so my first month, my first 30-day that we had with this funnel, I have just over 200 applications utilizing a Facebook ad, just like our mortgages were
Right.
doing. I just kind of adjusted it for a HELOC, built the chatbot in there. Of those 200, the best part about this, of those 200, the way that we have it set up and the way that your funnel works, more than 60% of them are qualified, meaning the other ones have just fallen off, a very small amount, because
Right.
they get put through the funnel, and if they don't qualify, it's knocked off. So I've had over 100 qualified leads in 30 days, and we're closing right now a majority of those, over 50 so far, and absolutely crushing. We still have some that are in the funnel.
That's awesome, man. I'm super excited for you. And this is, kind of a testament to, your personal success too, of like being able to the winds are always changing, right? So it's like the getting was good, like you said. I know you're crushing it then, and things change. So, the ability to kind of adapt and take advantage of what's currently available at our disposal. Tip of the hat to you there, man. Great
Well,
job.
Luke, the best part is, and we haven't even discussed this yet, is what I'm doing is setting up for my future, right? So these
Mhm.
HELOCs are people who are coming in who have great rates,
Right.
in 2020, 21, 20, in early 2022, but they have a bunch of equity they want to take out. Well, when the market reacts, in the future, whether it be a year, 2 year, 5 years, whatever it is, I now have a pipeline of people that I can refinance to pay off that HELOC.
Mm.
So this is all built into your system. I'm going to be able to come back to them in a year or two, hopefully, when the market returns to the rates we need them to be. And these are people in my pipeline that I'll be able to sell mortgages in the future.
That is huge. The volume, the transaction volume alone to set yourself up for those big wins, because we all know, like, when those opportunities come and the phones are just ringing off the hook, like, you're not going to be able to keep up
Yep,
at that volume, right? Like,
that's the
you're,
idea.
you're like, oh, you're going to see that coming and be like, man, I need to get a team. I need support. I need staff, like, because that tidal wave is coming. So
Yep.
that'll be awesome. And the fact that you're able to put yourself in that type of position, when that time comes is awesome.
That's the
Well,
plan.
beautiful, man. I think this is something that would be super valuable for a lot of people. I think maybe what we could do is put together some sort of like more in-depth training and detailed walkthrough. So those people who want to get more information or want to figure out how to implement this type of stuff together, maybe we can put something like that together for them. We can have a way for some folks to plug this model and get this, replicate your success that you're getting right now into their own business. So we can, so we'll get that put together for everybody, and anybody who wants to get access to that or learn more of that. We'll have a way for you to reach out and get connected with us in that regard. So
yeah, Luke, I got to tell you one last thing. The best part about the system, and I'm the biggest cheerleader because it's worked for me, is that when I saw an adjustment in the market, your system was right there for me, and I was able to make those changes on the fly and build this funnel basically overnight to be able to, to bring in this type of business. I always say to you guys, your system can do a cartwheel. You just have to tell it how to do a cartwheel and what kind of cartwheel you want to do it. So that's what I love about your system, and it's been a godsend since I've gotten to the business with you guys. So I appreciate you.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the benefits when the more folks that we have like yourself that are benefiting from it, the more value that we get to share with everybody else. So it's just a win-win-win across the board. So thanks again for taking your time to jump on. And again, for anybody who wants to, learn more about, what Keith's doing and how you can implement this strategy and systems into your own business, feel free to reach out. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cool.